starts here.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
After the Marine Corps, I was diagnosed with PTSD and became homeless for 15 years. Like a hermit living on the street, I just existed. I came to Wheeler Mission. Wheeler operates on a culture of kindness. Going through their programs reminded me that my meaning in life is to serve God. God set me free from anxiety and depression. Before Wheeler, I just existed, but today I live.
Sprinkles if you got them. Jack's Donuts, find a location near you now.
Hey conductor, how about something new? You played this last year.
Come on, get your head out of your sacks.
We're trying to hear.
Well, I'm sick and tired of hearing your kid play the wrong notes. Where's my kid's solo?
At least you can see your kid. Why is my kid stuck way in the back?
The conductor only plays his favorites.
My kid heard that solo!
You see my kid?
Welcome to Providence Crystal Ray for the IndianaSRN Game of the Week. It's Providence Crystal Ray taking on the visiting Bishop Chatard Trojans. I'm Bill Ledlow along with Chuck Chafin, and we are live on location tonight, Chuck. And Clark, and what a beautiful facility here at Providence Crystal Ray. You know, I remember the times at the old Providence Crystal Ray, and I come into this gymnasium, and it's beautiful here.
It's nice. It's got nice lighting. It's, from a shooting standpoint, it's a nice background. Everything's close. It's well lit. Should be a fun contest.
Our game tonight is sponsored by IUPUI School of Health and Human Services. Begin your journey today. The Morales Group. We are building better futures one story at a time. Bertner Electric, serving greater Indianapolis and the surrounding counties. Piper Logistics, from warehousing to transportation. We do it all. And Reynolds Farm Equipment, serving our customers and community since 1955. And Clark, you look at Providence Crystal Ray, and you kind of got to feel for them a little bit. You know, they've got several players that are on the IR right now, but they are willing to put on the floor what they have and take on this stout Bishop Chatard Ball Club.
Yeah, the Wolves of Providence Crystal Ray, they've got some injuries and are dealing with some setbacks, but that's not going to keep them from coming out here and competing and playing as hard as they can and You never know. Chatard, if you look at Chatard on the other hand, they come in at 7-2. Played a really nice game last week at Guerin Catholic where they were down at halftime and really showed a lot of guts there in the second half. And the team kind of come together. Nice adjustments made by Coach Roseman and pulled out a nice win last weekend.
And then you turn around and look at Providence Crystal Ray, Clark, and the struggles are there, but they'll come around.
Yeah,
and that's what you want. And we talked about it. This was what Coach Dominic would, any coach would want. I don't care who I put on the floor. Just show me, your dedication and fight.
Yeah, you want them to play hard and try to execute as best they can, but just go out there and leave it all out in the court. When your teammates are down and you got some injuries and it's hard to overcome. And so all you can do is just work. These players that are going to play tonight may not be starters, but they're going to need those minutes to gain that confidence because they're going to need them down the stretch and even in future seasons.
Chatard comes in, like Clark said, with a record of 7-2. They're averaging 58 points on offense. Defense is giving up 49 points, and then Providence coming in with a record of 1-10. Their offense is averaging 41.4 points a game. Defense is giving up 66.5 points a game. But I just don't know what to say. I mean, we'll watch. This is the first time I've seen Providence this year. You've seen Chatard a couple of times already this year. And Coach Roseman, that's a Coach Roseman coach team that's out there.
You can tell, they won their state-leading football championship. I believe there's a 16th football championship, and so they're starting to get their footing. They're starting to get comfortable with their roles. They're led by Robert Davidson, who's a senior, and Ethan Roseman, who's the coach's son, and he plays like a coach's son. You're going to be impressed with him, Bill. He plays with a lot of composure and under control, and they've got a lot of key role players that, like I said, are starting to figure things out a little bit, from Drew Knapp and Sam Lewis, who are kind of catch-and-shoot three-point guys, to Colin Guy, who loves to guard the other team's best perimeter player. So they're going to come out and look to get on the board early and often here at the beginning. I think the beginning of this game is going to be very important.
And we'll take a break. We'll be back on IndianaSRN.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
You want a career that creates experiences that are impossible to forget. By studying sports and events at IUPUI, you'll get hands-on experience in and out of the classroom. And with Indy as your classroom, there are high-profile events, sports franchises, hotels, museums, and large organizations across the city to engage, educate, and enlighten your student journey before you graduate. There isn't a better city than Indianapolis to get the experience you need to prepare you to handle any event, big or small. It all starts here.
This is the Frells family's land. When the sun comes out, the kids run and play right there. This used to be a shed. Now, it's where they get breakfast. This is more than just land. It's home. The Frells family runs with us on a John Deere 1 Series tractor. His land isn't the only thing that should live on for generations. Nothing runs like a Deere. Search John Deere 1 Series for more.
Visit Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown John Deere dealer today at reynoldsfarmequipment.com.
At Morales Group Staffing, we are all about building better futures. And during these times, we are working hard to put people to work. We are now hiring for hundreds of jobs with pay up to $17 an hour. Visit our website at moralesgroup.net or text JOBS, JOBS, to 317-472-7600 to apply now and get hired today.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Maybe come back.
And now for the starting lineups for Bishop Chatard. Number 1, Ethan Roseman. Number 2, Sam Lewis. Number 4, Nolan Stifler. Number 11, Robert Davison. Number 13, Drew Connett. And now for your starting lineup for your Providence, Cristo. Number 2, DJ Johnson. Number 4, Javion Noel. Number 5, AJ Hayes. Number 14, Juan Providence. Number 15, Malik Barnett. Let's go, Rose. And tonight's officials are IHSAA officials.
All right, we got the starting lineups for the Trojans. Robert Davis, Ethan Roseman, number 2, Sam Lewis, number 13, Drew Knapp, and number 4, Nolan Stifler. For Providence, Crystal Ray, they're going to start number 2, Jason Johnson, Javon Newell, Anthony Hayes, Juan Cabarrus, and Malik Barnett. And we are ready to get things underway here, Clark.
That was a nice play already by DJ Johnson. Read the tip off of Davidson and got a possession for Providence Cristo Ray. Nice read by him to get the game going.
We'll get everything rocking and rolling here.
Looks like Chatard's in a little bit of a zone here. Bill, is that 3 short?
3 by Hayes. And we got our first foul.
Weak side read down there by DJ Johnson. The senior's able to go up with a left hand, draw the foul. Sticking early. I think that's a big key tonight, Bill, is if the Wolves can hang tight with the Chatard Trojans here at the beginning, build some confidence. You never know what can happen.
So Johnson's first shot is no good, front of the iron. Second one, and he missed them both, and here come the Trojans. Roseman works the ball, top of the key, now he comes to the right. Gets it to Lewis, Davis, back over to Lewis along the wing. Lewis starts to drive, kicks it back, top of the key to Roseman.
And Bill, Providence Cristo Ray is also sitting up in a, well, looks like a 2-3 zone here as well. So Bishop Chatard's going to have to find some gaps in that zone, get some cutters, maybe some overloads.
And this is what they'll do in the first few minutes of the game, see what they can find. Over to Lewis.
And one thing we've seen from Chatard in the past, in a half-court set, they're willing to be patient. They're willing to make your defense work and reverse the ball and get some good shots and good looks.
And just like that, by Lewis, a three-pointer.
They go in right to a little bit of some token 2-2-1 three-quarter court pressure here.
They trap number 5, Hayes, along the far side, steal the ball. Roseman shot off the back of the iron, no good.
Well, that was good defense. Roseman was going to pass.
Davis has it. And he just had the ball stripped right from him.
A.J. Hayes.
And Johnson, I believe he traveled, so it'll be out of bounds to the Trojans.
Good defensive positioning there by Knapp as he was able to take that charge and negate that drive by DJ Johnson.
Lewis comes to the top of the key, comes to the right side. Back to Lewis. In the corner, Roseman, Lewis, Davis in the center, in the paint. Can't find anybody and lost the handle.
A good job by the Wolves of collapsing in the paint when Davidson had the ball there in the middle. But Roseman here with the steal.
Goes up and no good. Gets his own rebound though. Back up and he's fouled.
Well, the defensive pressure here by Bishop Chatard early is setting the tone. They've got a couple of turnovers off of their pressure, getting in the passing lanes. Now we just got to convert that in transition as Ethan Roseman goes to the free throw line.
65% free throw shooter, Clark, and he sinks the first one.
Yeah, Roseman's a freshman, Bill, that you'll like to watch him. He plays with a lot of poise and composure. You can tell he's a coach's son by doing that, and he can create his own shot as well.
They get it over to Johnson. Ball was tipped out of bounds. The Wolves will maintain it.
That's one thing that the Wolves are going to have to, or at least they've seen early so far, is this full court pressure. You got to keep attacking pressure as Johnson's three is off the mark.
So it'll be out of bounds to the Trojans. We're just underway and it's 5-0. Into Davison. Roseman. Right down to number 4, Stifler, and he gets his first two.
That was good offense. That's where you want to get the ball into any defense, is right in the heart, right in the middle. There's an over and back violation. Looks like he had 2 points over the back.
Oh, man.
Had a foot in the ball, then threw it back in the backcourt. Good call there by the official.
But what he's doing, he's coming down. As soon as he crosses, they're trapping him.
And using that midcourt line and that sideline as extra defenders, continues to apply pressure on the offense.
Roseman. Travel, a turnover. On the Trojans. Hayes. Here they trap him again. Jump ball, possession arrow to the Trojans.
And a good job by Nolan Stifler of reading that pass to the middle. Got in front of it and created the jump ball, alternating possession. Favors Bishop Chatard.
Roseman over to Knapp. Down the far side to Roseman. Drives the baseline, kicks it to Davidson. Shot no good. Lewis. Davison.
3 seconds. Good call by the official. Good defense there by the Wolves. They collapsed. Davidson had no place to go. And the 3-second call was the cause of that turnover.
The Wolves get it over To Hayes. To Johnson now. Back to Hayes. Long three. Nice save there by Hayes.
You know, Bill, I'm talking to Coach Dominic Papaya, the head coach there of the Providence Cristo Rey Wolves. He was telling me that, you know, they have a philosophy of a 2-second rule on offense. And if you get the ball in the 2 seconds, if you haven't made up your mind to pass or shoot or drive, then you're going to pass it and move on to somebody else. As we see this replay here. There's a nice save out to A.J. Hayes. Draws the foul.
Roseman. And I believe we got an offensive foul on.
They called that one on Wade McAllister. Yeah, he just checked into the game. He had a moving screen there on the ball. And another offensive turnover for Bishop Chatard.
And we got a full timeout. With that full timeout, we'll take one with them. We'll be back on IndianaSRN.
Burtner Electric Incorporated has been proudly serving our residential and commercial customers with quality electrical repair for over 33 years. We are fully licensed and insured in electrical wiring and electrician service packages. You'll receive a competitive assessment whether you're a homeowner or a business owner, first-time or long-time customer. We offer free estimates for any new project. Call our licensed and experienced electricians today.
Can't make it to the game? We've got your back. Just go to www.IndianaSRN.org and tune in to all of the live action or go to our on-demand service and relive your favorite moments.
Welcome back to Providence Cristo Rey. Bill Ledlow and Clark. Chafin here. 3 minutes to go, Clark, in the first quarter, and it's 7-0, the Trojans.
After that timeout, Chatard
long three by Hayes.
They changed up their defense. They went man-to-man, and Hayes quickly gets the shot up. Here's the first points on the board for the Wolves.
That was almost an NBA three there on that one, Clark.
That was deep. That was a catch-and-shoot three. Beat the defense there on the closeout. Knocked it down.
Roseman in. Three by Guy, and it's no good. And here comes Johnson. Shot, no good. Gets his own rebound. Goes back up strong, no good. Rebounded by Knapp. Trojans on the run. Ball's tipped away. Picked up by Guy. Then stolen. Shot by Newell. And here come the Trojans on the run. Pulls up. Roseman shot no good. Gets his own rebound. And it's going to be off of Hayes.
Hey, Bill, let's take a look at that Providence Cristo Rey three. Good ball movement around the perimeter. A.J. Hayes steps into that and shoots it with confidence. That's part of being a good shooter, right, Bill?
You got it.
You got to have confidence. That puppy's going down.
And he had a nice arc on it, too.
Right over the front of the rim. Nice rotation on the basketball and beautiful shot.
Oh. Got a scrum for the ball. And the Trojans come away with it.
Good hustle by both teams. Both teams playing hard.
Shot up and in. That's 4 points now for Ethan Roseman. Johnson will bring the ball up for the Wolves. And a travel by Newell.
And Newell caught the ball on the wing, just drug that pivot foot before he put it on the floor. Led to the traveling violation.
Davison on the far side. McAllister, shot up and in.
Wade McAllister's one of those role players we talked about pregame, Bill. He's someone that likes to go in and he'll get those garbage baskets. He'll do that dirty work.
Shot by number 14, Cabanas of the Wolves. And Clark, we got 50 seconds to go, and it's 11-3 the Trojans.
Yeah, Bishop Chatard kind of getting what they want so far out of their defensive pressure. I think they want to clean up maybe the offensive end a little bit, a few turnovers. And as we say that, there was another turnover. Davidson, again, just picks that pivot foot up before he gets that ball on the floor.
Sometimes your mind says, let's do this, and your body does something else, and it's like, this ain't working.
Got to slow down just a hair.
Hayes, shot up and in. And they've cut the lead, 11-5, and they got the ball. But then the Trojans steal it back, and Davison goes in, puts his first 2 points in.
Let's see if the Wolves get a good shot here before the end of the first quarter.
Davison steals, goes up, shot, no good.
I think they're going to call a foul on the floor on Providence Cristo Ray. Should be ball underneath with 11 seconds.
And they threw it right into the Wolves. What a gift.
Good awareness. Let's see if they get a good shot here.
Johnson, long three. Oh! Clark, he had the eye on it.
It was
right there.
In and out. He should at least get a point and a half. Let's give him something for that effort.
At the end of the first quarter, score the Trojans 13, the Wolves 5. We'll be back on IndianaSRN.
We really focus on modern application development, DevOps, so automating the whole process of delivering your solution, and cloud architecture.
It's very important for mid to large companies to have cloud partners because you can't possibly have all the talent you need to address the complex ecosystem of the cloud.
We advise them on all parts of their business. And then when things are defined and we see a clear goal, Clean Slate also then goes and does the work.
We have a team that is very passionate about what they do. We love to solve complex problems, and there's a lot of companies out there that will avoid, getting involved in those things, and I think that's why clients like to work with us.
Welcome back to Providence Crystal Ray. Bill Ludlow, Clark Chafin, and we are underway here in quarter number 2. Johnson, just to start it off, the Wolves get it. Johnson had it on the far side, went to the ground, but presence of mind called a timeout.
Called a timeout. He saved a possession. If we kind of look at that first quarter, Chatard with a 13-5 advantage. They had, looks like 5 players on the scoreboard. It's a lot different than what they had last weekend where they only had 1 player in the first half or 2 players in the first half score.
If you feel like treating someone special to a delicious meal from Aspen Creek Grill, next time you come in for dinner, buy some gift cards to share with friends. Aspen Creek Grill has great food. Be sure to try our hand-cut fillets. Aspen Creek is located in Noblesville, Indiana. So if you've never been to Aspen Creek Grill, go to Aspen Creek Grill, and we got to travel on Roseman.
Yeah, just the exchange there of some turnovers, good pressure on the out-of-bounds play. Scotty Simler comes up with with the steal.
Johnson. And we got an
moving screen.
Illegal pick there on Kreutz.
Three turnovers here in the first 3 or 4 possessions. Let's see if they can get settled down here and get something rolling and kind of get into a flow of the game for both teams.
Nice steal by Johnson. Pulls up, shot no good, tips around.
Well, I'm really impressed with how hard DJ Johnson plays for Providence Crystal Ray. He plays really hard. He's quick. He just hadn't had that ball fall for him, but he's had some really good looks.
And we're going to get a foul on, I believe, Guy. Nope, it's going to be on Roseman, right?
Yeah, they're going to call that on Roseman. DJ Johnson with the steal. Roseman tried to get in front of him and slow him down, and they called him for a reach-in foul. And that is team foul, number 6 on – or 4 on Chatard.
Ball's tipped. McAllister. We're going to get a block foul as McAllister made his way in and bumped into Johnson, but Johnson was still moving.
And that'll put Chatard to the line for a 1-and-1 the rest of the half until they get to 10 fouls, and it's the double bonus. So pretty early already into the free throw line for Chatard.
McAllister's a 55% free throw shooter on the year. First shot up and no good. There was a violation. It was on number 33, Kreutz. He was on the far side, started to come in, and McAllister misses them both. And then there was a foul called on Feeney, number 5 of Chatard. Got a kick of the ball. It's out of bounds to the Wolves. Hayes. Over to Kreutz. Cabanas three-pointer, no good. Number 15, Barnett, is into the Wolves lineup now. Gets it into Hayes. Hayes, Johnson, shot. Up and in. Nice shot by A.J. Johnson. Guy for 3, no good. Rebounded, gets it back. Roseman for 3. Back of the iron, no good. And the Trojans have it. Davidson drives in, shot. So it's out of bounds. It looks like we had a foul on Davidson. So it'll be out of bounds to the Wolves. We got 6:03 to go here in the first half. 13-7, the Trojans. Hayes, Johnson, Kai steals it, kicks it down low to Roseman. And it looks like we might have had a foul on Barnett, number 15. Roseman back at the free throw line. First shot's up, rattles around and in. Gives him 5 points on the evening. Roseman with one more. Second shot, back of the iron, no good. Rebounded by number 4. And then stolen by Johnson, but it's a possession arrow to Bishop Chatard. Out of bounds, the Trojans under their own basket. Davidson works at top of the key, bounce passes to Guy. Guy to Stifler. Stifler, top of the key, over to Guy along the wing. Guy comes back to Roseman. Roseman drives the baseline. Down low to number 21, Fisher. Jump ball, possession arrow to the Woods.
You know, it seems like Bill Chatard's getting everything they want, but the interior defense for Providence Cristo Rey has really been impressive to me. They're just contesting shots, walling up, and just making things difficult. Chatard has missed a number of really close range.
Oh, there's some. Johnson drives, lost the handle, kicked out of bounds by Guy. So 5:11 to go in the first half, Clark, and you're only down 7.
And if that shot goes in, ooh, nice try on that 3. But you're right there if you're Providence Cristo Rey, and it's because of your defense.
Hayes steals the ball to Johnson. Back to Hayes, top. And they get it over to Barnett, and he's fouled.
And that put them in a one-on-one opportunity. So
I think that was on Fisher, number 21.
Yeah, that put Malik Barnett, who was a sophomore, at the free throw line.
So see if Malik can cut into this lead. And I put the broadcast jinx on him there, Clark. Roseman to Guy. Three-pointer. Front of the iron, no good. Rebound by Stifler. It's going to be out of bounds to the Trojans. Coming back into the lineup for the Trojans, number 2, Sam Lewis, and it looks like now we got a conference of the officials.
Well, I think they're discussing.
What do you think this is all about, Clark?
This is about the possession arrow, and what an official will do is they'll have a coin or they'll have something in their pocket whenever there's a jump ball. They'll switch so they know which way that is, because sometimes the possession arrow is wrong. So that's what they're trying to do, is just kind of iron that out. They don't have a coach's timeout here. Just Chatard takes one.
So Industrial Sales Associates has been an electromechanical component manufacturer representatives for Illinois, Indiana, Kentucky, Ohio, Michigan, and Eastern Tennessee for years. Good luck to all the teams during this sports season. For more information about us, contact Rich at 317-546-1900. And it looks like they're going to keep it with the Trojans, Clark.
Well, about halfway through this second quarter here, Bill, and Bishop Chatard only with 1 point, as here comes Sam Lewis. Then you got to contribute that to this really good defense by Providence Cristo Rey.
Newell comes away with the rebound. Hayes, Johnson now, top of the key, over to Hayes. Along the wing, drives inside the paint, shot no good. And he gets his own rebound, tipped away. Stifler, and then stolen by Johnson. Pulls up, three-pointer. No good, out of bounds to the Trojans. And look at Davidson out there. He's telling his Trojan players, let's just slow down.
Yeah.
Let's just slow down,
You don't need
boys.
to be in a hurry. Run your stuff. You have the lead. And I know they're trying to maybe press the issue a little bit and get more offense, but there's no 10-point basket, so you just Right, you just got to run your stuff. There's a really
Davidson
good offense.
Shot no good as he drove the baseline. He's fouled.
But see, that's real good offense there, Bill. You get the ball in the middle, the defense collapses, and it was a good flash there. I think it was by Fisher. And then he kicks it out to the wing to Davidson, who had a driving angle.
Davidson shots up and in.
Then you take a look at this replay, right in the heart of the zone, as it was Stifler that was in the middle, rather. Davidson takes it to the basket and earns himself 2 free throws.
That gives Davidson now 4 points on this evening. 3:40 to go in the first half. High pass to Hayes, but he was able to corral it. Johnson pulls up inside 3-point line, no good.
Follow the shot.
Gets his guy on rebound.
Nice play by DJ Johnson. He knew it was short immediately after it left his hand and went right to the rim, right? Something
right.
You don't hardly see in these young athletes anymore, the follow your shot.
So to be out of bounds to the Trojans, Davidson, Lewis, Seamler, Stifler, 15-foot jump shot, no good, and Hayes with the rebound. 3 minutes to go in the first half. 16-9, the Trojans. Jump ball, possession arrow to the Woods.
Let's take a look at this replay, Bill, of this. There's the jump shot by Johnson, knows it's short immediately, and goes right after the basketball. No block out on the shooter. Led to a good, easy layup there, and Johnson's 4th point.
And again, he stays with it. Gives him 6 on the night. Davidson, wing, Stifler, down low to Fisher, and Fisher scores his first 2 points of the night.
Well, they've put Nolan Stifler in the middle of that zone, and he's really made some good decisions. He's presented himself well and has led shots for other teammates.
Newell shot, no good. Rebounded by Lewis. Fisher. And now we're going to get a foul on Barnett.
And I'll let Isaac Fisher go to the free throw line. Chatard is now in the double bonus, so he'll get 2 free throws.
So as we make our trip down to the other end of the floor, Fisher on the year is a 50% free throw shooter for this Trojan ball club. First shot, back of the iron, and no good.
Which means if he's 50%, Bill, if my math's correct, he should probably make this one.
2:07 to go here.
There's my announcer, Jinx.
Ball's tipped away. Davidson muscles it back up, but he's fouled underneath there.
Davidson, again, being active on that baseline. One of his strengths is his ability to drive and get to the basket. Drew the foul there on Providence Cristo Ray, where he go to the free throw line, where he's now 3 for 3.
Coming into the Trojan lineup is number 13, Drew Knapp. Second shot by Davidson. Perfect on the evening. Under 2 minutes to go in the first half. Johnson, Newell, back to Johnson. Thought about a 3. Hayes will take it. Front of the iron, no good. Knapp, Lewis. Lewis. Lewis with it now, top of the key. Swings it over to Seamler. Lewis, Stifler. Knapp for 3.
Knapp's a catch-and-shoot three-point specialist. Got it in the middle. Again, Stifler in the middle of that zone has given a little shot in the arm from the second quarter here for Chatard.
Hayes drive, shot no good. Seamler up to Davidson. Goes up, shot, bounces around, no good. Ball's tipped, and the Trojans have it. Lewis for 3. Back of the iron, no good. Stifler. And I think they are going to get him for the foul.
Yeah, kind of a frustration foul, I think, there on Stifler, trying to get that rebound and couldn't corral it. They'll bring in some substitutions and have a Wolf go to the free throw line.
And that will be number 33, Jeremiah Kreutz. Jeremiah, first shot's in the air and got it. That's his first points of the evening.
And the first free throw that has fallen for Providence
For
Cristo.
absolutely, yeah.
1 of 6 on the evening.
Jeremiah doing a little tying the shoes there.
You got to make sure they're trading those tires. Those tires are tight.
He's ready to go for his second shot in the air. No good, and Davidson with the rebound. Here come the Trojans. Roseman. Screen from Knapp. Now Knapp has it. Lewis. Lewis will bring it back. Slow things down. 25 seconds to go in the first half. Lewis starts to drive. Gives it up to Knapp. Lewis. Knapp. Seamler. Lewis. Davidson. Knapp. And we got a foul on Davidson.
Yeah, they called a moving screen. Chatard had a set play to get Lewis a shot in the corner, and Davidson got called on the moving screen. No free throws, though, as a player control foul.
Johnson. Long 3. Oh, man.
Right on line.
Yeah. At the end of the first half, your score, Bishop Chatard Trojans 23, the Providence Cristo Rey Wolves 12.
And we will have a halftime guest for you from Providence Cristo Rey. Athletic Director Andrew Dishman will join me here, and we'll talk about all the things that the Wolves provide for you. It's halftime here at Providence Cristo Rey. Chatard leads 23-12 here on IndianaSRN.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Welcome back to Providence Cristo Rey. From halftime, Providence Cristo Rey's hosting Indianapolis Bishop Chatard, and Chatard leads 23-12 here at halftime. We're joined by Athletic Director of Providence Cristo Rey, Andrew Dishman. Mr. Dishman, welcome. Thank you. Tell us a little bit about your wonderful school and facility here.
Providence Cristo Rey is a private Catholic school. We are a high school, 9 through 12, that we cater to low-income families to give them that private education, Catholic education. So our main premise is we have a corporate work study program. Kids go to work 1 day a week. That facilitates them some of their tuition pay. And so that's how we're able to offer them a discounted rate for their tuition.
Well, that's an awesome opportunity. What kind of opportunities or what kind of positions have those young men and women have been able to do?
It's across the board. So you got students that are going into an office and they're answering phones at the front desk. We got some at hospitals that are in food services. We have some that are in mail rooms. We have some at Lily's. We've had a couple that have been in Lily's and been in a lab working with helping chemists. You name it, we probably got a workplace, accountants, bankers, across the board. We have multiple opportunities.
That's an awesome, just a hands-on, real-life, real-world experiences for these young kids that they can be able to have that opportunity, that chance, and that's great. You provide that. How would someone kind of how do you go about maybe getting enrolled? If there's questions, you go to the website, or can you use
best way to go to the website, CristoIndy.org, and you'll find enrollment information. You also can contact the front office, area code 317-809 or 860-1000, and they'll be able to get you more information.
Get you right to the right people. Now, we know, hey, this has been an awesome basketball court and new facilities. All right, you guys are in the new digs here?
Yes, we moved in. We took ownership the 29th, and we moved in just after 4th of July weekend.
Oh, wow.
And we're fully up and running by August 1st when we had our first kids walk in the door.
That's impressive.
And we've been blessed, been lucky, and to give us this new place. God gave us this new place, and we're lucky to be here.
And how long have you guys been a program, been a school for?
Our school has existed for 15 years.
15 years.
We're in our 15th year anniversary, and so it's kind of a nice thing that we found a new place to call home permanently, and so we're excited about it.
It's a nice birthday present. I mean, we're very impressed with the facilities that you guys have, and I mean, what a great place. We were talking about, me, I like to shoot the basketball, so it's a nice lit area and a good shooting background. Tell us more about all the programs you have as far as like for the student athlete and how many sports that are available for these.
So we have 9 sports. We have volleyball, girls volleyball, boys soccer, girls and boys cross country, girls basketball, boys basketball, wrestling, girls and boys, track and field, boys and girls, baseball, softball, and we have cheerleading. So
you got a little bit for everybody.
Yes. And we're looking to grow. We're looking at a couple more programs that we can add coming in the near future. Hopefully we can add 1 or 2 next year that will even give more offerings to our student body.
Well, we're very thankful here at IndianaSRN to be able to have you guys allow us to come in and bring this game to the folks out there, and we really appreciate it. It's a first-class facility, and you guys have been nothing but so gracious to us, and so we appreciate that. And Mr. Andrew Dishman, Athletic Director of Providence Cristo Rey, we appreciate you coming on. Anything else?
No, appreciate you guys coming out, doing this for us, this broadcast. It's awesome. So we appreciate IndianaSRN for doing that.
Well, thank you so much. Well, we'll continue halftime here at Providence Cristo Rey. Chatard ahead, 23-12. We'll come back with some stats and get you started for second half action here on IndianaSRN.
Conductor, how about something new? You played this last year.
Come on, get your head out of your sacks.
Shh, we're trying to hear.
Well, I'm sick and tired of hearing your kid play the wrong notes. Where's my kid solo?
At least you can see your kid. Why is my kid stuck way in the back?
The conductor only plays his favorites.
My kid heard that solo!
You saying I did?
Yeah,
I'm Keith Myers, Vice President of IndianaSRN. Thanks for joining us. Do you know IndianaSRN broadcasts 350 games a year? All sorts of sports? Yeah, we do. Hard to believe, isn't it? IndianaSRN loves to put student athletes first on our website. If you're a business out there, we probably could help you too. Contact us at coach@indianasrn.org. Grandma from out of state thanks you. Mom and dad who can't get to the game thanks you as well. In fact, our athletes watch the games over and over again. Our military has enjoyed the games as well. So sit back and enjoy the game. It's IndianaSRN.
Well, welcome back to Providence. Cristo Ray, halftime. Chatard leading the Wolves 23-12. Clark Chafin along with Bill Ludlow. Chuck Levine, the producer tonight, and Eric Eaton running our camera, doing an excellent job as always, those two are. And we're certainly happy to bring you this contest. Let's take a look at some of the halftime stats. First of all, for the visitors on the scoreboard wearing the blue, the Bishop Chatard Trojans. Scoring went this way. Robert Davidson leading the way with 6. Davidson with 2 field goal and 4 for 4 from the free throw line. Ethan Roseman chipped in 5 points. Roseman with a field goal and 3 for 4 from the free throw line. Sam Lewis knocked down a 3-pointer, as well as Drew Knapp, as they both have 3. 2 points each for Nolan Stifler and Isaac Fisher, as well as Wade McAllister. So that'll round out the scoring for the Bishop Chatard Trojans. 13 in the first quarter, 10 in the second, puts them with 23 here at halftime. Take a look at Providence Cristo Ray. A.J. Hayes leads the way for the Wolves. Hayes with 5 points. He has a 3-pointer and a 2-pointer, 0 for 2 from the free throw line. DJ Johnson has 4 points with 2 field goals. He is also 0 for 2 from the free throw line. Malik Barnett, the sophomore with 2 points, 0 for 1 from the free throw line, but does have a field goal. And Jeremiah Kurtz is 1 for 2 from the free throw line with 1 point. Wolves scored 5 points in the first quarter, 7 in the second quarter, and that takes us to that 12-point halftime score, 23-12. Bill, welcome back as we had a nice conversation with athletic director Andrew Dishman from Providence Cristo Ray. Boy, they're just really excited about all the programs and all they can offer. And me and myself being in education, it's a great thing to have these young student athletes and students in general be able to go out in public and get some of those firsthand experiences in the real world.
Yeah, and it's got to be, you got to like that. That wasn't around when I was in school,
No.
And for these young men and women to go out and do that's great, And what I'm impressed with is when they bought this property, and I think he talked about it, and they moved in.
Right. It wasn't.
And then the next thing you know, hey, school starts next week. It's like, oh man,
There wasn't much of a turnaround, so I'm sure they had a lot of hands on deck to get everything prepped and ready to go, and we're ready to go for the third quarter.
And it's the Trojans have it to start the third quarter. Lewis, Davidson, back to Lewis, top of the key, down low to Roseman, couldn't get the shot. He got it up, but just didn't connect.
3 attempts
and they're
there,
still
Bill.
trying, and it's going to be possession arrow to the Wolves.
That could be frustrating. Have 3 point-blank attempts and not get it in the basket. That's, but the set play, Coach Roseman knew that the Wolves were going to be in that zone and set a nice back screen. Just need to finish, I think, would be a theme for Chatard as we enter this second half.
I'm sure that's something they'll work on in practice, later on this week. Barnett, Johnson. Over to Hayes, long 3. Got it! Nothing but net for Anthony Hayes.
That could have given him 4 points. That was so far back, Bill.
And the Trojans turn the ball over back to Hayes. I'll tell you what, they're not afraid to shoot it from way outside. Johnson shot no good. Saved into Davidson. Here come the Trojans. Roseman shot up and in.
You know what I liked what he did there, Bill, is he took a jump stop at about 10, 15 feet. They've been struggling around the goal too close. There he gave himself just a little more room and knocked that jump shot down.
So that's good heads-up basketball right there by Roseman. Now here come the Wolves. Hayes to Newell. Johnson. There's going to be a foul on Knapp.
Bill, here's a play of that loose ball. You see Stifler in the hustle behind the back to Davidson to get that transition going for the Trojans.
Hayes, Barnett, Johnson. That ball was tipped as it left his hand. And there is Stifler for 2. I got him for 4 points on the night, and it's a 27-15 Trojan lead. Johnson shot no good. And we've got...
Looks like a jump ball, alternating possession. We'll go with Chatard as the offensive rebound there by the Wolves. But they surrounded him pretty quickly.
And, you know, they're not afraid to swing those elbows a little bit in the arms, you know.
Protect the basketball.
5:35 to go here in the third quarter. Roseman. Knapp for 3. No good. The ball was out of bounds by number 15, Barnett of the Wolves. Loose ball, Stifler, shot, no good.
You can just see the reaction of the Trojan players, right? They just can't buy a basket inside 5 feet. Stifler got fouled, but he turned around and just kind of gave a big sigh and rolled the eyes just to say, what do I have to do?
And Stifler at the free throw line. That's his first free throw of the evening. Number 3, Jerron Rose checks into the Wolves lineup now. As Stifler back at the free throw line for one more.
Nice free throw stroke by Stifler. Good rotation, bends the knees, elbow under the ball.
Hayes, Johnson, over to Newell. You got 10 seconds, fellas. Johnson, he's being trapped right in front of us. Had a quick timeout by the Wolves. And that's heads-up play right there. It's a 30-second timeout, and we'll just keep it right here. Ref Reps is designed in partnership with numerous state high school associations, helping officials to hone their skills, promote unity in the officiating world. Ref Rep is for the new official as well as the seasoned veteran. Contact us at refreps.com.
You know, Bill,
and that's what we need more of, Clark.
Oh, absolutely. Reffing is, I have 2 or 3 high school buddies that do it, and I'm so thankful that they do, because it allows these student athletes to get out here and play the game that we all love, and we thank Ref Reps for being a sponsor.
And it's stolen, and Davison drives, puts it up and in, and he's fouled by Rose.
Davidson using that vertical jump to really elevate, take the contact, and finish, and get to the line for an and-one opportunity.
What we call the old-fashioned 3 there, Clark.
3-point yep.
And he nailed it.
And 1.
It's now 32-15. The Trojans And Stifler on the steal to Davison, and he'll finish.
5 quick points for Robert Davidson and just two trips down the court. Puts him in double figures.
Hayes, Johnson, 15-foot jump shot up and in.
He really elevates on that jump shot. He really gets up high. It's hard to contest that.
And that was Seamler for 3, no good, but the Nap has it. We got a player down for the Trojans. And if you're Coach Roseman, you don't like to see that.
Yeah, you certainly don't like to see it in any case, but hopefully that young man is okay.
But the one thing, the same for Providence and for the Trojans is Davidson and Johnson are both about the same height. They got about the same vertical shot that you just related to on Davidson.
Yeah, and Johnson's able to. He really jumps up high. Davidson more of a slasher, more of someone that can get to the rim, and he was the one on the court, and good to see him up, and looks like he's going to be okay to do things at least without help, just kind of walking it off. And
back in the day when I was on the football field and got hurt, the old coach said, rub a little dirt on it, you'll be all right.
Rub a little dirt on it. Well, give us time to say Hoosier Basketball Magazine's in its 53rd year now. Order one today at HoosierBasketballMagazine.com or 317-925-8200.
Knapp for 3. Back of the iron, no good. Tipped by the Trojans to keep it alive. Stifler will take it in.
Oh, did you see the pass fake, ball fake to freeze the defense and allowed him that lane?
Now we got an offensive foul on number 4.
There's that replay. Stifler, there's that ball fake, freezes the defense, gives him that opportunity then just to drive down the lane. Nice play. Stifler with 6 points already in the third quarter.
Knapp. Stifler drives, side of the iron, no good. Last touch by Roseman. He's trying to sell it to the ref. No, they touched it.
They're
we
pretty
got
good.
It.
I would always, no, it's our ball.
3:27 to go, first in the third quarter. And this third quarter has kind of been the Trojans. They're leading 36-17. Rose lost the ball. Roseman, Seamler, and last touch by the Wolves.
Yeah, that full court pressure is tough to handle for Providence Cristo Ray. And you got to think it's also wearing down DJ Johnson a little bit. He's had the bulk of the ball handling responsibilities for the Wolves. You face pressure all the time. It's going to take a toll on you and wear you down mentally and physically.
Roseman shot no good. He's fouled and he'll go back to the free throw line. Foul is on number 11, Morris of the Wolves, as Ethan Roseman at the line. Sinks his first one.
Just like a coach's son, right? Makes free throws.
There you go.
Makes good choices and good decisions.
He's got the good form and everything.
He does.
Stifler takes a seat for the Trojans. Roseman hits the second one. It's now 38-17. Johnson to Hayes now for the Wolves. Rose. Pass over to Morris, tipped out of bounds by the Trojans. Into Hayes. Pulled, there's a long three, got it again!
That's almost like a video game, Bill. I mean, he's just stepped back and shooting from 25 feet, and Drew Knapp had a hand in his face.
It's an 18-point lead now for the Trojans as Roseman answers with a 2 at the other end of the floor. Johnson
Nice
drive,
spin
shot up and in.
Nice spin move by Johnson. Got the defense on his hip.
Roseman. All right, here we go, Clark. We're going to trade basket for basket now.
Now we're getting into some rhythm, though, Bill.
Up.
Come on.
Clark laid his body on the line for that one, baby. Protecting his equipment.
We were there. I thought Chuck was in the passing lane protecting this equipment in that defensive stance over there, Bill.
Seamler, Guy, Roseman, Knapp. Back of the iron, no good. Tried to run into get his rebound, but he got caught for the foul.
Yeah, if I'm the Wolves, I may be trying to get A.J. Hayes run some sets for him to get some of those looks now.
Johnson, far side. Tried to kick it down low to Hayes, but stolen by the Trojans. And Roseman again, 2 more.
Bill, that's 10 points this quarter for Roseman.
Johnson pulls up. Oh!
Banks
the banks are open, Clark.
Banks are open on East Street. And Hayes takes a charge on the other end. Nice couple back-to-back segments here by the Wolves. Take a look at this 3-play. He stepped back. He's from the volleyball line. That's
my goodness,
Steph
Clark.
Curry. That's Steph Curry range, Bill.
Rose, and he again, the body and the mind not working together.
Got to sync up, slow down a little bit, but to your point, that's exactly what a press is designed to do. It's designed to speed you up. It's designed to get you uncomfortable, and leads to turnovers.
Guy. And bodies go everywhere. McAllister and Cabanas, I think, for Providence.
Yeah, I think it was nice post play by Wade McAllister. As we see this ball movement, McAllister gets the defense on his hip. Oh, he has an angle. Cabana just kind of slides right underneath him.
McAllister's first free throw is up and in. Wade with one more, 55 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Guy. Nat, shot, no good. Keeping it alive by the Trojans. Guy. Knapp, back to Guy, top of the key outside the arc. On the far side to Lewis. Now back over here to Knapp. And they're getting some ball moving into Seamler. His shot is no good. But he'll steal it. I'll tell you what, they're just a fundamentally sound ball club, the Trojans. And Seamler will put it up and in. That's the end of quarter number 3, folks, right here on IndianaSRN. Your score, the Bishop Chatard Trojans 47, Providence Crystal Ray Wolves 24. We'll be back on IndianaSRN.
Calling officials cheaters or corrupt, it's not a game.
Insulting referees, it's not a game.
Threatening officials, it's not a game.
Berating young umpires, learning the ropes, it's not a game.
Violent language in the stands,
It's not a game.
Verbal abuse from the sideline. It's not a game.
Screaming at a referee in the parking lot. It's not a game.
Welcome back to Providence Crystal Ray. Bill Ludlow, Clark Chafin, and our IndianaSRN crew. We got 8 more minutes of basketball to go, Clark.
Yeah, it's been an entertaining game. Hasn't been both teams have really been playing hard. A big fourth quarter there by Chatard. It seems like in the games that I've seen them play, they really come out of the third quarter with some nice adjustments and score the ball well.
And a shot no good. Rebounded by the Wolves. Hayes. Johnson. Newell shot. I think it was tipped as he got the shot off, and here come the Trojans. And number 12 that's in there for A.J. Prima, I guess. So we'll put him into the book here. It's out of bounds to the Trojans. Guy, Prima, top of the key, back to Guy. And Guy just drives in and puts a shot up and in.
And no one stopped the ball there. The most important thing on the floor, Bill, is the ball. You got to stop the ball.
Knapp, Lewis for 3. Sam Lewis has 6 points, but 2 three-pointers. And we're going to get a foul on Colin Guy.
It's only the 4th team foul on the Trojans, so they still have fouls to give before the Wolves get to the 1-and-1.
Johnson, long 3, back the iron, no good, but we got a foul on Neal, who went over the back on the rebound. .25 to go in this contest, 52-24. I'm not sure on the official here, Clark, but I believe that these two teams will meet later on in the week in the city tournament. I'm not sure. I don't have the official word on that, but that's what we'd heard,
Well, nice basket there by A.J. Primey with the basket a while ago, but here it is. Just takes it from the top of the key. The difference there, Providence Cristo Rey had changed to a man-to-man defense in that sequence. Allowed him to get straight to the basket.
Shot no good. Rebound by Barnett. And a timeout called by Providence, and that's a full timeout. We'll take one, too. 5:48 to go, and it's the Trojans 54, the Wolves 24. We'll be back on IndianaSRN.
Burtner Electric Incorporated has been proudly serving our residential and commercial customers with quality electrical repair for over 33 years. We are fully licensed and insured in electrical wiring and electrician service packages. You'll receive a competitive assessment, whether you're a homeowner or a business owner, first-time or long-time customer. We offer free estimates for any new project. Call our licensed and experienced electricians today.
Can't make it to the game? We've got your back. Just go to www.IndianaSRN.org and tune in to all of the live action or go to our on-demand service and relive your favorite moments.
Welcome back, Providence Cristo Ray. 5:48 to go. The Trojans with a 54-24 lead. Jack's Donuts has great donuts made and served fresh every day, plus great tasting coffee. Stop by a Jack's Donut at 9105 East 56th Street or a Jack's Donut in your neighborhood. Jack's Donut. Did you know that's the official donut of Indiana SRN, Clark?
Did I? Did I? Yeah, absolutely they are. Foul was on Bishop Chatard. Providence Cristo Rey will get it out of bounds. Both teams now in the bonus bill the rest of the way.
Barnett to Hayes. Drives the baseline, muscles it up. No good. Barnett with the rebound. Newell. Now Johnson for three, no good. And rebounded by the Trojans.
Well, most of Johnson's jump shots, and where we are located for this broadcast, we're right at half court. We're right in the prime time spot. All his jump shots, Bill, have been right on line.
There's a pass down low to Drew Van Vliet for his first two.
Getting everybody involved.
And there's a travel. Folks, remember to stay with us. After the game, we've got our Piper Logistics Player of the Game. So when the game's over, don't leave us because we're going to have a Player of the Game.
And there's some lot of good options to choose from for both teams.
And Barnett was called for the foul as Fisher will go to the free throw line for the Trojans. Free throws up and in.
Yeah, Bill, let's take a look at this replay. Fisher just flashes in the lane, catches it, turns and shoots all in one motion. You got to like how he didn't even think, right? Just go up into that shot. Just do it. Don't think about it. He's able to knock down that first free throw.
And here comes Hayes for three. No good. And last touched by Johnson of the Wolves. 4:38 to go here in this contest. Looks like number 33, Jeremiah Kreutz, comes back into the Wolves lineup.
And look at the Wolves go back to the 2-3 zone. They went man-to-man for a possession or two.
Free shot, no good. Rebounded by Feeney. Ball's tipped around and the Trojans still control it.
Oh.
And picked up by Cabanas of the Wolves. And number 5, Feeney. Last touch by Fisher of the Trojans. Well, Clark, 3:41 to go. Both these ball clubs now move on next week into the city tournament.
Yeah, and if you can go deeper into the as Johnson went so fast, Billy came right out of his shoe. Good job by the official getting some time to get that laced up. You look at the future schedules, especially for Providence Cristo Rey. I know they've struggled on the year a little bit in terms of their record at 1-10, but if they can get healthy, they got South Putt on January 27th, and then Heron, who's 1-8. You have Irvington Prep Academy 2-9. You have Indianapolis International at 1-8, Morristown at 1-12. So there is some chances to be, if not win, be very, very competitive in those contests, and maybe pull out, kind of get on a roll, especially toward the end of the season, and gather some momentum.
There's a three-pointer by Feeney for the Trojans. Cabanas for three. No good. Rebounded by Van Vliet to Fisher.
Ortega with the take. I think if I'm wrong, I think I'm correct. Every Bishop Chatard Trojan that has played tonight now has scored.
They have scored. Pick up back out to Feeney. Feeney, another three. Back of the iron, no good. Fisher up, no good, and he's fouled. I'll tell you what, when Feeney took out of the three-pointer a while ago, that whole crew from Bishop Chatard stood up, said, come on, sink another one, big guy.
And what great camaraderie. That's team chemistry. That's team camaraderie. You're pulling for each other. Sam Feeney works just as hard as the other guys, and when he gets an opportunity to get in there and shine, boy, they're going to be cheering him on just like he does when they're out there.
Fisher's first one's good, and again, he misses the second one. 63-24. Rose. Hayes. Down low to Kreutz, and Jeremiah was fouled, and he'll go to the free throw line.
That was an unselfish play by A.J. Hayes. He had a three, and then he shot fake, and he found an open teammate underneath. Good unselfish play by him.
Jeremiah at the free throw line, shots up and hits the front of the iron, and no good. And number 3, Rose, along the far side, ready to check back into the Wolves lineup. Two minutes to go. Feeney, back of the iron. Man, he's feeling it now, isn't he?
Hey, you see one drop, you think the rest of them are going to as well. I like that mentality.
Hayes. Newell, shot, no good, tipped around. Rebounded by the Trojans. Ortega with the ball. Drives inside, shot up and in. It's now 65-24. Johnson, long three, no good. Rebounded Feeney. Fisher. Oh, and the ball's tipped away by Johnson.
Yeah, good defensive recovery as Pramy had an open lane to the basket, able to knock it away out of bounds. As we see it right here, producer Chuck all over that instant replay. Johnson, good transition defense. May have been down by a lot, only 1 minute left.
Right.
Still playing hard. Kudos to him.
Take a shot, no good. Hayes with the rebound. He's going to take it up. Rose, Johnson. Ortega, here come the Trojans. Shot, and we got a foul, and it's going to be on Hayes.
Yeah, instead of taking a charge there, he went up to contest that. Just broke that rule of verticality, came down with that left hand and drew the foul.
Ortega at the free throw line. Shooting 2. He's a 100% free throw shooter. He's only 2 for 2. Second one on the way. No good. It's out of bounds to the Wolves. 10 seconds to go in this one. Like I said, stay with us. we'll have our Piper Logistics player of the game, Johnson, for three. Nothing but net as the horn sounds. The final score here tonight is the Trojans 65, the Wolves 27, but Clark, they didn't leave nothing on the floor tonight, man.
You got to give Coach Papaya a lot of credit. These kids played hard, outmanned, and battling a lot of injuries. They did really well. If we take a look at our player of the game, there's many guys we could have chose, but we decided to go with A.J. Hayes. He had 11 points. He was 3 of 5 from the three-point line, and really kept him in the game kind of early.
He did.
And hit, those are some tough shots he hit, and kind of gave him a little bit of energy. Only trailed by 11 points at halftime, so kept him in early, and we're going to give our Piper Logistics player of the game to senior A.J. Hayes, number 5 for Providence, Cristo Ray.
And, it started out a decent game. And, I know it was a decent game all evening long, but, the fundamentally sound that the Trojans are, I mean, any team that goes against Trojans are going to go against a very good, fundamentally sound ball club.
Yeah, I think Chatard knew that they kind of had the upper hand and outmanned a little bit on the from the injury standpoint, and looked to get everyone involved, and that's what they did. And both teams preparing for the city tournament. We're going to be excited to bring that to you next week.
And, we want to thank our production crew here, the cameraman, Eric Eaton, my color guy, Clark Chafin. I'm Bill Ludlow, and the guy that kept us all on board is Chuck Levine. Guys, have a good evening, and final score, Chatard 65, Providence Cristo Ray 27. Goodbye, everybody.